long time ago, way back in theaters back in 2002, a movie came along that sucked even harder than the first prequel, which in itself was a massive disappointment. Hey fuckers, welcome back to Needleman. Today's movie review is on this smoldering heap of garbage, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So it starts off with the played out Star Wars intro that's like so iconic you can't leave it out. It's part of Star Wars itself. But lets us know that jack shit happened in the last movie. Literally twice the action happened in between movies, which they could have done a movie on that instead of fucking this. Good thing Liam Neeson got himself the fuck out of the prequels while he could. One thing this movie did good, the special effects. But it's a travesty that they spent all their money on special effects and it doesn't make up for shit pacing and uninteresting performances for most of the leads. Looking at you, Hayden Christensen. Did I mention Yoda is CGI in this film? I'm not going to make a big deal out of it like most Star Wars fans do, but still, it just doesn't look right. Starts off with immediately with a character dying in like some sort of accident, but I'm not invested at all yet, so this is a pretty shitty way to lead off your movie. I honestly didn't give a flying fuck about it. Remember pesky, like fucking annoying head-ass Jar Jar from the first movie? Well, they brought him back, and this pesky fucker still makes me want to drop kick him into the cold recesses of Hoth. Anakin's all grown up now, and he's grown from a squeaky kid who can't act for shit to a brooding edgelord who still can't act for shit. I've seen pieces of wood deliver more interesting performances than this fucker. There's like a half-assed assassination attempt in the beginning, but seeing as there were still on Padme, one of the main characters, but seeing as there's still like 2 hours left in the movie, I wasn't worried at all. Remember Jedi mind tricks, that old badass thing Ben Kenobi did in like the first movie? Yeah, well, it's here again, but it's not funny. They try to use it as a joke, but a joke has to be funny, and it's not fucking funny. And it shows no character development whatsoever. There's a decent chase scene, which is kind of interesting, I guess, but like that's the highlight of the movie so far, and it still wasn't that good. Anakin repeats the line, "You're the closest thing I have to a father" in this movie multiple times to Obi-Wan. But all I can think of is, when he says this, a bratty faggot like you doesn't deserve a fucking father. You deserve a swift kick to the testicles. There are a great many scenes in this movie taking place in the Jedi Council, but like, honestly, why don't you get off your fucking lazy ass and do something about like this Sith threat? They do literally nothing this whole movie. Samuel L. Jackson is in this movie as Mace Windu, but since he's not screaming about snakes on a motherfucking plane, I'm not very interested in this performance. It's such a shame that they spent so much on digital effects while they could have, I don't know, spent money on better writers or a better script or better anything. It's kind of a product of the early 2000s. CGI, not good movies, just movies focused on CGI. George Lucas needs to be kicked in the shins repeatedly for like at least an hour for making this movie, so he knows not to make this shit again. There's a forced romance between Anakin and Padme in this movie, and it's so cringy. It makes me want to take a shotgun to my scrotum. Watching this movie, I found myself wishing that Anakin could have slaughtered everyone a movie early and relieved us of the pain of watching this fucking trash fire. Anakin sucks Padme's literal dick for half the movie, and it made me want to take a hammer to Hayden Christensen's skull. Another good thing this movie did, John Williams did the score, which the score it's pretty good, but it doesn't make up for the rest of this shit. If there was a remake of this movie where everyone is played by Chris Pratt, I would watch that movie. It would actually be like a good fucking movie, but since it's not, it was just boring. But at least I entertained myself for a good 10 minutes. I was at least entertained by the line, "I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere." I mean, that's a classic, but I think I was more entertained by thinking of the prequel memes that came out of it, instead of rather the actual line itself. After Padme and Anakin kissed, there you go. Star Wars fans get their jerk-off moment. Congratulations, your movie still fucking sucks. Ooh, a forbidden love. Who put the collective sticks up the Jedi Council's ass? This is absolutely ridiculous. They brought this on themselves. Blah blah blah, clone army. Blah blah blah, romance scene. I don't give a flying fuck about this movie. I still want to take a hammer to my head. Eventually, Anakin goes back to Tatooine to talk to Italian stereotype Watto, who tells him he sold his mother to another person. His mom ends up dead, which serves Anakin right because now he has no parents, which he fucking deserves. And he kills a bunch of savages. But George Lucas is such a massive pussy shit, he doesn't even show us this entertainment, which would actually be good. It would relieve us of the boredom, but he didn't show us that. But still, serves those fucking sand eaters right. I can make that joke. It works. I'm allowed to make that joke. Meanwhile, Obi-Wan is chasing down Jango Fett. He almost gets blown up, which would be fantastic, because then I would love to see his smug face get blown to fucking bits. I kind of started listening to music for a bit, so all I can remember from like a 5-minute stretch is
my bitch is bad and boy.
But yeah, I can't. My mind is blank. That's what I remember. I'm sorry. Obi-Wan gets his bitch ass captured, but Padme and Anakin save him in the droid factory, so there's that. Kind of shows how uninteresting a movie is when I remember the Lego Star Wars level better than the actual fucking movie itself. Palpatine gets supreme power given to him in one scene, but like they mask this under everything, so it doesn't seem important until later on when you realize it's actually important. But that's in the next fucking movie, and the next fucking movie fucking blows. The only part in the whole movie I found thoroughly interesting is when they're fighting the beasts in the arena. But I think I was more entertained by the prospect of all the main characters getting killed, because I hate them all. They're all fucking annoying. There's a bunch of lightsaber action with all the Jedi from, like, fucking whatever. Yoda's green ass comes in and saves the day. I don't fucking care. He brings some clones. Yep. They all fight Count Dooku. Anakin gets bitch slapped with lightning. I like that part. That part was cool. Anakin also gets his hand cut off, which serves him right for being an insufferable prick the whole movie. And Dooku escapes after a disappointing battle between him and Yoda, where he pulls some sneaky underhanded shit, like a true Sith. And the movie ends. That's it. End thoughts. This movie sucked worse than The Phantom Menace, which sucked a great deal in itself. If this was all Star Wars had to offer, I would seriously consider stop being a Star Wars fan and going over to Star Trek if I also had no self-respect. Thank God for the original trilogy. But this is what George Lucas gets for choosing to ride on the coattails of the original 3 movies. A pissed off fan base, shit reviews, and a tarnished legacy. Final rating, 3.5 out of 10. I'd rather watch 2.5 hours of Anakin being bitch slapped by Dooku's lightning than to watch this shit fest again. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Sorry if you like this movie, but in all honesty, it fucking sucks. See you next time, and remember the trampoline off a skyscraper. Bye. Time for an end skit. You see this movie? Serves you right. Run that shit over. I don't care. Fuck that movie. Well, looks like it survived, so we're going for round 2. That's where you belong! In the toilet! Fucking scum! Looks like it survived again. Hey, Django, why don't you brush your teeth? Haha! Fuck you! This movie. This is a good Star Wars movie. This is what we piss on. Like so.
I'll bust them in the eye, and then I'll take the punks out. Feeling funky, amps in a trunk, and I got more rhymes in this top to the Dunkin' Donut shop. Sure enough, I got pop from the kids on the hill with my mom and my pop. I can't make it down, I can't make it down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get down.
Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. Fuck it. Fuck.